welcome back to LDS Boxing. We back again with another one. We got the new IBF rankings for you guys. It just came out today. They've been anticipated. I've been waiting for them jumps because there's a lot of good stuff in these rankings that we can kind of see what's next and the future of some of these fights. So, y'all saying y'all tap in with me. I got you covered. Salute to everybody coming through the building. I appreciate the time. Make sure you hit that like button and subscribe. Salute to the playback. I appreciate you guys as well coming through the building. Yes, sir. We're going to get it pushing, though. CJ in the building. What's good with you, bro? Appreciate you coming through. I appreciate that plug, too, bro. Salute to you. Yes, sir. Y'all go tap in, share the channel, share the stream, subscribe, tell your friend, you know what I'm saying, get some of this good boxing knowledge. Z Pacino in the building. What's good with you, bro? Yes, sir. Michael James 616. What's good with you, bro? Appreciate you, man. Been supporting for a while. Salute to you, bro. Yes, sir. G5 Jeff TV. What's good with you, bro? Happy New Year. Salute. What's good with you? All right, so y'all know how we do. We go straight to the rankings. Go straight to the sanctioned bodies ranking. That's the most accurate to me. You know what I'm saying? So we go straight there. All right, let's take a look at it. So, of course, heavyweight division. Alexander Usyk is the unified champion. We know he gave up his WBO. Fabio Wally is the new WBO champion. He's looking for a return in April. But Usyk, he's been calling out Deontay Wilder. Like, honestly, this is the most anybody called out Deontay Wilder in his whole career, if we being honest. You know what I'm saying? Not a lot of people was calling out Deontay in his day. And Usyk want to fight him. He's a big name. He's faded, and he's on his way out, it seems like. So, let's see. They're talking about doing that in Vegas or somewhere. So, like I mentioned, when I always say in the rankings, once we start seeing Deontay get ranked by all the sanctioned bodies, then we know something is real. Right now, Deontay is only ranked with the WBC, so he got to get it. He got to tap in with the WBA and the IBF. Then we got business. So yeah, so I'm gonna look out for that. Derek Chisora, he's technically, but not technically, the mandatory, if that makes sense. It probably don't make sense, but he's the only one that won the eliminator. His last fight against Aldo Wallen was a eliminator for the number 2 spot. So, really, I mean, I guess we don't want to see the Usyk fight, you know what I'm saying? But he's supposed to be the mandatory. Sanchez and Torres is actually fighting for the number 1 spot. Those guys looking like they made a deal, may go on one of these PBC cards coming up. Maybe the Ryan Garcia and Mario Barrios card, February 21st. Maybe Fondora versus Sturman, supposed to get rescheduled for March 21st, some shit like that. So those guys is working towards a deal. Sanchez and Torres is actually an interesting fight. Step up fight for Richard Torres. And it's a fight he probably can win, given that Sanchez, he had a knee injury recently, and he got stopped by Caballero, you know what I'm saying, who was fighting this weekend. So yeah, that's a good fight for Torres. Let me see. Lawrence Okoli, he might go down the WBC route. I haven't heard much from Martin Bakoli. Joelov, I'm starting to lose interest in him. He ain't been looking good his last couple of fights. Guido Vanello had a good fight. Guido, sure, he may get another big opportunity. You know what I'm saying? Richard Harapur, he fights with boxers, so I'm not sure how many big opportunities he can get. Jared Anderson, he been in the gym, but I don't know what he got next. Hopefully he got something coming. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't mind a fight with Anderson versus Vanello. I think that actually makes sense. Daniel Dubois, he should be back sometime in the first quarter. He got a new management team and a new trainer. Philip Herkovich, he's on the short list of to get the Worley fight for his first defense. Moses Atama is fighting next week against Jermaine Franklin. That's a fight he should win, and he may get some rounds. He may not. We have a new entry, Omar Solomov. He's a former cruiserweight contender, so he just got a new ranking, number 15 at the heavyweight division. So that's what it is. Heavyweight division, though, I like the division. I think it's up, especially with Queensberry. Queensberry got all the heavyweights. You know what I'm saying? They can do a lot of good things over there. It's a class in session. Yeah, man, gotta get them right. Yeah, I think once we see that, we'll get close to a fight date, or at least they'll get close to a deal. You know what I'm saying? Because that look, all this shit ties into each other. I know people don't like to follow the rankings and all that, or they don't really care for them because they are corrupt, most of them. But for me, it tells me everything I need to know, especially to kind of put that last puzzle piece together. You know what I'm saying? Heavyweight division a little lukewarm right now. I think it's alright though. I think it's alright, especially on Queensberry. It's definitely either lukewarm or cold over here in the U.S. It might be cold, but if they can get those Queensberry heavyweights to this round robin that shit, I think it can heat up. My man Texas in the building. What's good with you, bro? Texas 214. Salute to you, bro. Yes, indeed. Boxing in the building. What's good? Salute to you. Yeah, Frank got them all. Got them all day working. Yeah, he do. He do. He can, like I said, he can, man, mix and match. All right, cruiserweight. Jab IBF, Ring Magazine champion. He's calling for unification. I think he's in a good spot for that because the WBC champion, Noel McCallan, who just beat Badu Jack, he's at a voluntary stage, so no mandatories. And Obitaya, he just beat his mandatory. He damn near killed him, broke his neck. So, excuse me. So we're gonna see what's next for him. He just fought though, and he also had an injury in that fight too. So we'll see. Of course, I want to see Jabataya fight Zerto. We know Zerto got plans. May the 2nd, he gonna face Benavidez, but eventually we gotta get to that. He said, "I can't miss this." My man Anthony in the building. What's good? He got a little dirty with old Badu. Yeah, that was yeah. Those guys at the end of a round, they got into it, but then after that round, Badu ain't do nothing the rest of the fight. Oh, he got I think so too. I think he's done. There's some pretty interesting guys in these rankings. I like Pat Brown at number 14. I think he's going to eventually be a world champion. I like him. He's with Matchroom. Um, Leonardo Masquia, number 5. He's good. Chris Bell Smith is a former world champion. Not sure. I think he left Boxer. So let's see who he signed with. You know what I'm saying? So he can get a big fight. Um, Let me see. Not too much, but I like Pat Brown though. I think Pat Brown can do some things. Oh yeah, she like Pat Brown too. Yeah, comes out. Yeah, that's always a plus. My bro Mike in the building. What's good with you? Yeah, you come out to Luther, bro. You done won some points. All right, light heavyweight. Dimitri Bivol. He's a unified champion. He gave up his WBC. Benavidez have that. News just came out about Bivol that he's going to fight. He's going to come back in a couple of months. He's just starting training, and he's going to fight his IBF mandatory, Michael Eifert. That's long overdue. Michael Eifert, he been mandatory going on 3 years. March 2023, when he beat John Pascal. So that's long overdue. So I want to see how Bivol look coming back off of back injury. Hopefully he's good. Colin Wallace is number 2. He signed with Matchroom, but he might have to wait a while to get his opportunity. David Morrell, he's gonna fight Callum Smith. They should be announcing that pretty soon. That should be on the Riyadh season card. Um, what is it? February the 14th in Riyadh. Malik Zanah had a win in late November, but Turbiev, so he's kind of left without a dance partner. He's already a promotional free agent. I'm not sure what he do. He should stay active. Like he can't. I don't know what's gonna happen with Turbiev, but I don't like the long inactivity. But that's his career though. He stay injured. Yeah, them back injuries crazy. That's what put Sanisa Estrada out the game. You know what I'm saying? But she, you know what I'm saying, she just had a baby though, so I don't know. Hopefully she's straight. But that's why she retired. Ben Whitaker is right. Yeah, he been raped for a couple of months. For a couple of months now. You remember they stole his IBF title, his IBF regional title. You know what I'm saying? After his last fight. You remember that shit? They burgled him and shit. But yeah, speaking of Ben Whitaker, yo, don't be surprised if they make that fight with Jerron Ennis and Virgil Ortiz, May 28th. Don't be surprised if Ben Whitaker is the co-main event. Trying to tell y'all now. Shoot, that's what's up though. Yeah, yeah, get him over there. Get him over there. Maybe against Ali Ismailov, number 8. That actually makes sense. I'm not even gonna hold you. Ismailov didn't look good his last fight. Number 11, Juan Carrillo. He's gonna face number 15, Ateem Overton. That's coming up. That's gonna be on the Garcia and Barrios undercard. PBC and Golden Boy, February 21st. So that's an interesting fight right there. Battle of two southpaws. Carrillo can punch. I think he's from Colombia. And then Team Overton, he's another good young standout. You know what I'm saying? We got to get him going and see if we can get him to move up in these rankings because Team Overton, he's in that same type of class as Najee Lopez and even Ben Whitaker. You know what I'm saying? They both, all three of those guys is like the future of the light heavyweight division. So, yeah, that's a good fight. Joshua Bowaxi too. He's with Queensberry. Queensberry got a good hold on light heavyweight as well. So a lot of good fights they can do over there. Whitaker on Boots. Yeah, I can see that for sure. Yep. Trying to make him a star over here. Put the eyes on him. That's a good card. Yeah, it's perfect. You know what I'm saying? I think that's perfect for Ben Whitaker because he can cross over. I think he'll come over here and have a fight in March if everything works out, and then he gonna fight Craig Richards in the summer back in the UK. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm hearing. He been on the radar for a while. Yeah, he been on the radar, but like his fights been under the radar. Like I had a hard time finding his one punch knockout over Von Alexander. I know he been active, but you know what I'm saying. A lot of his fights is behind a paywall. BXNG boxing, BXNG TV. Yeah, I've been tapped in, but like the regular fan, they probably ain't even seen him in a while. The regular fan probably ain't seen a Teeth since he fought on PBC undercards. Keeping it a buck. A lot of people ain't really tapped in with his career. All right, super middleweight. We know we got a vacant title, of course. Yeah, he's local. Yep. You know, we know Crawford vacated, and this the one is like very intriguing. I've been kind of going back and covering this for a minute, but we know Iglesias is the mandatory challenger in the IBF, and guys been going different directions. First, it went to Canelo. He had 3 days. He turned it down. He cited an injury. Jaime McGill was next. He ain't even wait 3 days. It was like, nah, on some red pops type shit. And he's in negotiations with Resendez for the WBA. So I understand he going a different direction. Hamza Shiraz is probably going to fight for the WBO. He got options. He can fight the WBO for the WBO vacant title, or he can fight for the WBC vacant title against Billy. WBO against Pacheco, WBC against Billy. Which one y'all think he'll take? Pacheco, because people are down on Pacheco because his 3 fights in 2025. He had 3 tough fights in 23. He had 3 tough fights against durable competition in 2025, and the fans ain't giving him credit for beating those guys, which I think he should because he actually got a better resume at 68 than a lot of these contenders. Y'all can go down the line, just what he did in 2025, but that's another story. But Pacheco and Shiraz. So we have a new entry, number 6, Troy Williamson. So Troy Williamson came in out the blue because, well, not really out the blue, but he came into the rankings because he beat Callum Simpson. Last month, Callum Simpson was number 5. Troy Williamson went to his hometown December the 20th and stopped him late. So he basically took his spot. So he's the next one up because Shiraz is not going to take it. He's not going to take the Iglesias fight. Troy Williamson, he's going to take it. So that's dope right there. A guy that was written off last year around this time. He was losing to Jahad Tucker at middleweight. Now he got an opportunity to become a world champion. It's going to be tough fighting Iglesias, but I like that type of underdog type of story though. So let's see. I think Troy going to accept it with both hands, and he's with Matchroom. So Matchroom can work out a deal with Eye of the Tiger and maybe put that on one of their shows. You know what I'm saying? So it's some interesting stuff that they can do. You know what I'm saying? Interesting stuff. But yeah, I'm glad that my man get an opportunity. Man, that'd be dope, bro. Yeah, let's get it. I'm with that. That'd be dope. WBO offer came with the ring in it. I don't know, but I know the WBO they ordered it. They in negotiations. They got 20 days. We should be coming up within a week of that. That should be coming up, but I don't know about the ring. Um, he'll take Pacheco. That's what I'm thinking. Apple LD TV in the building. What's good with you, bro? Iglesias not got any takers. Maybe Troy Williamson. You came in just in time. No one wants to get punched by Iglesias. Iglesias. Yeah, it looked like that. Well, I know McGill and Canelo weren't gonna take it though. The business of boxing got it right. Yeah, Troy. Yeah, Troy. Does, yeah, based off that, he should just take that guy's spot, which they did. I read somewhere that the ring and WO is on the line. Um, I don't think they can do that because Canelo is number one in the rankings. Unless they're gonna break their own rules, you know what I'm saying? Maybe the ring. I don't know. I don't know if the ring title gonna be on the line. I got if I remember right, you can't fight for the ring title unless you either number one. You gotta be number one or number two. And if like let's say number two is not available or number one, then they can do it like that. But Canelo, they normally do that when somebody gonna retire. So I don't know. I gotta look at the rankings for the ring. I don't really look at their rankings. They like anybody else. Anybody else can make a ranking. I don't think Canelo fights any of the top guys. I don't think so either. He said, okay. Yeah, we'll see if they put that. I mean, I can't put it past them, but they'll be breaking their own rules. They've been trying to put down all the sanction bodies for making up their own rules. You know what I'm saying? So they can't go against the grain, right? I was thinking maybe if those guys kept turning it down, number 7, Sagani would get it, but Troy Williamson jumped the line. Let me see. William Score got a big fight coming up January 21st. He's facing Jacob Bank. Jacob Bank is highly ranked in the WBO. I think he's number 4, so he'll be close to a world title shot. And Jacob Bank, he's with damn, what's his name? Spencer Brown. And Spencer Brown, if you don't know, he manages Tyson Fury, and he's basically working hand in hand with most of the Queensberry fighters and with the Turkey Al cards. So he normally working with them. So Jacob Bank would be in a good position if he wins on the 31st. Beg the Bully is the WBA mandatory, but I don't think it's due yet. So let's see. Let's see if Beg the Bully can get something coming. Winston Lee in the building. What's good with you, bro? I think Lester Martinez should fight Iglesias. Yeah, if he was in the rankings and highly ranked, yeah, I'd take that fight too. That'd be dope. That would be dope. I'd take that shit. Let's get it. All right, 160. So y'all stay tuned. Tomorrow we should have some news coming up again about Janabek. Janabek is going to open up his B sample tomorrow. And normally what that means, he's going to get stripped because the B and the A is basically the same unless they have some type of chain of custody situation, somebody tampering with his shit. I don't know. But tomorrow he's opening up his B sample and he'll probably be officially stripped. So he got the IBF and WBO titles. So the guys, now we'll see who's gonna fight for those. You got number 2, Olaha. He's from Italy, fights out of Germany. He was supposed to fight Ammo for the final eliminator last year in Texas, but he had to pull out because he failed his eye medicals. So I'm not sure if he's good to go. I know he had a fight over there, like a little in between fight. So I'm not sure if he clear. I gotta holler at his team. But he'll fight for the vacant title if he's cleared. If not, I know for sure Shaquille Thompson is in position. Salute to him. He just signed with Queensberry. He's a 6'3" southpaw that can punch. He got a very important fight coming up on the 24th on Moses Thomas card. He's going to face Brad Pauls. So Shaquille Thompson, he has to win, and he'll be in position to fight for the vacant title. Right behind him, you have Aaron McKenna, who's a good fighter too. He just linked up with Teofimo's management. So hopefully he get the ball rolling too. He's a good fighter. We haven't heard much from him since he beat Liam Smith in April. So I like McKenna too. He's a dog too. He can fight. Severia, he's going down the WBO route, number 5. He's going to fight Denzel Bentley for the vacant WBO. So we just waiting. So tomorrow we're going to get a lot of domino effects, you know what I'm saying, with this B sample. And more likely, that banned substance that Janabek tested positive for, that shit don't fly. That's the one that Povetkin had when he tested positive against Deontay Wilder for the fight in Russia 2016. So that shit was on some dangerous ass shit, right? So more than likely the B sample is gonna match the A sample. So we'll see. Number 6, Amari Jones. So I'm actually excited about this. You know, Amari Jones used to be with DHP, Devin Haney Promotions. Now he's with Golden Boy. He got the same manager as Virgil Ortiz, Rick Marilligan. And he's number 6. He's right there. You know what I'm saying? The title about to be vacant. He can fight for eliminator and be the mandatory for the winner of the vacant title fight. So Amari Jones, I feel like if with all these guys, he can fight with them. The only one of these rankings that probably I don't think Amari Jones can fuck with is Yo-Yo Hernandez. They got him at number 14. I won't trip off of that because Yo-Yo is not going down the IBF route. He's like number 1 with the WBA and number 3 with WBO. He got other routes he can go. But Amari Jones can make a big move, yo. Let's see what Golden Boy do for him. Because you know they really don't push the black fighters like that. You know what I'm saying? They got a couple of good black fighters they can push that's close to world titles. Schofield's close to a title. Amari Jones, eliminator, he'll be at the title shot. I mean, they had Conwell close, but he lost. We ain't heard nothing from Conwell. So hopefully they don't do that with Amari Jones. Vito Belnicki Jr. is number 9. He just entered the new rankings. He just signed with Samson. You know, it was talks about him signing with Zuffa, but the deal won't right for him. So he went with Samson. So they talking about him coming back in April, back in New Jersey. So let's see. So yeah, man. With these titles vacant, 160 is wide open because I'm not gonna hold you. If you ask me who the best fighter at 160, I think it's Yo-Yo Hernandez. I think he's better than Lara, even though old man Lara he's something to deal with. But man, I don't know, it's different. You know what I'm saying? I think Yo-Yo can fight. What he did to Kyron Davis, nobody really do that to him. Like even Benavidez is the only one that kind of did that to Kyron, and that was on like a 10-day notice. So it's wide open. Michael Zarafa, he's fighting Nikita Zoo coming up January 16th. So if he wins, he can get a bigger fight. You know what I'm saying? So that's what's up, man. Just because you don't like have the big names in the division, that don't mean the division can't be good if these guys fight each other. You know what I'm saying? We get the best matchups. And they pretty much just a lot of parity. You know what I'm saying? Let me see. Go back in the chat. Salute to everybody coming through the building. Yeah, same urine. Yeah. The only thing that can mess that B sample up is the chain of custody. If they ain't did that right. Janabek, yeah, he getting stripped, yep, for sure. Canelo is in some best shape. I seen him for Crawford. He fought all 12 rounds too. He'll be game for let's see. He got a elbow. He just came off an elbow surgery. Yeah, I seen that. I think Sean was talking about that. Sean Zatel, salute to him. Yo, that's what's up, bro. That's what's up. Maybe Oscar sign him. I like Amari Jones. You know what I'm saying? Solid. He's a good boxer. Good fundamentals. You know what I'm saying? He's in that Andre Ward school of boxing. You know, athletic. You know, he young. I like him. You know what I'm saying? He kind of got some of the Devin Haney shit too, but he been around them. I like him. I think he's a solid young fighter. And with the way this division is set up, he can make a move. He said, "My dog, yeah, Ireland, yeah. Let's see McKenna get back in the mix, man. He nice. I like him too. Yeah, I won't trip off that though because he going a different route. Outside Yo-Yo, I rock with Jahad and Aaron. They tough at 160. Yeah, I like Jahad Tucker too. Gotta get him back active. I see him in there with he was in the Shakur camp. Amari, he ready. Yeah, and he got a solid fan base too. Like he got a lot of support. So yeah, put him on. They gave Sims an opportunity. Yeah, they did. He came up short. That was a good fight though. That was a good fight. But before that, they just gave him an opportunity though, because he been with Golden Boy for like he had like 3 fights for Golden Boy. I can't remember his first two. He had a late replacement. It took him a while to get his first couple of fights, but then he came on short against Duarte. I miss Charles. Uh, Kenny said he's coming back soon. I hope so. Yeah, we need Charles Conwell back. We need Kenny back. All of them. Oh, that's a good one, bro. No, I'm with that. I'm with that. Yo, Samson, he works with Golden Boy. He got Gabby Fundora over there. You know what I'm saying? So maybe they can put some things together. Yeah, I'm with that, bro. Let's get it. What they got to lose? The winner would be like the one that's like a top 5 middleweight. They'd be a top 5 middleweight. He probably got an important fight coming up. He's entering the top 10. Yep. That's how I usually work, bro. Yeah, I like Yo Yo. He's nice. Oh, that's a good fight. Yeah, that is a good fight, bro. Salute to you on that. I like Yo Yo, but I was screaming test him after the Chiron. Yeah, he had a like nondescript fight after that. We gotta get him back. Do you think TKO Zuffa Boxing would do great in 2026? Um, I don't know, bro. I just think they're gonna just do regular. You know what I'm saying? If I don't know their motto, so it's hard to say. You know what I'm saying? They starting off real slow, ain't nothing real crazy, but we'll see. Hopefully they stay consistent. Me, the way I qualify that as great if they consistent. If they got fights regularly every month, you know what I'm saying, 2 cards a month, you know what I'm saying? I'm with that. They're supposed to have 2 cards in January, the 23rd and the 30th. I'm with that. I don't care about like actually the big names and shit. I like the fights. If they making 50-50 fights, bro, I'm cool with it. You know what I'm saying? So my shit look different than what everybody else may think. Do you think most viable promotions will become bigger? I think they could. Yeah, they could. They're doing great stuff for women. They can come, yeah, for sure. You know what I'm saying? They doing a great job too. So yeah, I think they can do some great things. Yeah, he did. He called out Adamas. I like that fight too. Boxing is full of young talent right now. It's time to mix it. Yeah, bro. Don't hold them back. The only one to be holding them back is the damn maybe sometimes promoters, but the fans of the fighters be holding them back. Let them fight. I don't hear too many people calling for Tank versus Mason. Don't hold them back. You know what I'm saying? Let them fight. All right, 154. We got Bakram Muzazaliev. He's gonna make a mandatory title defense against Josh Kelly. So this is a good example. A little kind of a. So I'm gonna drop some gems real quick. When y'all look at 154, y'all see the number 1 and number 2 spot is not rated. That's because the IBF don't rate those positions unless you win an eliminator, a number 1 or number 2 spot. In this case, Josh Kelly is the mandatory because it kind of felt like that. Like a lot of guys was turning down Bachram for the final eliminator. If y'all remember last year, a lot of people they went through the whole list and people was turning it down to become the mandatory for Bachram. So Josh Kelly at number 3, he just petitioned to the IBF to be the mandatory, and they gave him that. You know what I'm saying? So that's why you'll see sometimes you see number 3s be the mandatory. That's because people turn down eliminators. You know what I'm saying? But that fight is coming up January the 31st. Bachman versus Kelly. That's an interesting fight though. That's a fight Josh Kelly can win. Like y'all gotta get in that film. Go pull out that film and look at some of that tape. He can do some things that can offset what Bachman brings to the table. I'm just saying. You know what I'm saying? This tap in with it. I know they call him Bachman the boogeyman and the shit he did against Tim Tszyu. But he been out of the ring for a while, over a year. That fight with him and Koke was back and forth, life and death. He needed that knockout to win that fight, in my opinion. So I'm saying I like Bachman to win, but I'm not saying it's a watch because we don't really. A lot of the fans don't break down fights like that. They just see what he did in his last fight or the fight that they know that he did, and they say, "Oh, he gonna kill Kelly." I'm just saying, everything is on Kelly's favor. They fight in the Northeast in the UK. He got to travel. All the shit is against him. He got it's set up for him to win. He's the house fighter. Matchroom signed Josh Kelly. They didn't sign Bachram, the champion, and they don't have options on Bachram. You feel me? So this is set up for Josh Kelly to win. So let's see. Let's see if he can get it. Let's see if he can get it done. Um, let me see. He said that's why I say them guys in Japan, they get it in, bro. They ain't man, they don't be messing around. I think Josh can. I done a breakdown. Okay, that's what's up. That's what's up. I want to check it out. I don't think he's a boogeyman. I don't think he. Nope. I don't call none of these dudes no boogeyman. Josh Kelly has to avoid exchanges on the inside. That left hook. Yeah, I'm excited on the dub. Ain't no boogeyman for sure. Yes, sir. Sip Bud. Yes, sir. My man G5 Jeff in that super chat. Salute to you, bro. If Josh Kelly can take a punch, he got a shot. Yeah, I think his movement too. I think he can make you miss, but I think he has to make you pay. He got good feet, good upper body movement. I like to see him be in position to actually counter punch. I think he'll have an opportunity. Brandon Adams could be the mandatory. Yep, for sure. He would if he do. Yeah, if he win, yes, he will. We're gonna talk about that. Definitely work for underdog bet. Yeah, bro. Look, tap in. I think inside pressure and responsible defense beats Bachman. Yeah, yeah. I think if you press those Russian fighters don't like pressure and they don't fight well on the inside. Bachman is a protege of who? Sergey Kovalev. That's his OG. He fight kind of like him. He kind of mid range with a hard, stiff jab. Good right hand, and he got a solid left hook to clean you up. But he don't do no work on the inside. He rarely throw body shots. Josh can't though. Okay, you don't think Josh can do it? Um, he's been on the back foot too. Yeah, I mean, yeah, push him back. Yeah, for sure. I would push back on back if you got the tools to do it. Push him back. So yeah, my man spoke on that. The IBF final eliminator, Brandon Adams versus Kevin Ajako. This is actually a real good fight. So those guys made a deal. They're gonna fight sometime in April, and I think April the 18th in Ontario. I think that's what I seen. Ontario, California. That's like it's like 45 minutes from LA. Ontario. Ontario is where they had the second Jamel Charlo versus Tony Harrison fight. So it's a solid venue. And I think McGee fought Derenchenko in Ontario. So that's what Brandon Adams signed with a new promoter, DMG Boxing. It's a local promotion company down in LA. They've been putting on a lot of the top ranked prospects, you know what I'm saying, to keep them active. So they won the purse bid, or they didn't win the purse bid, but they made a deal because Ajaku is a free agent. So he's got to come to California in the backyard of Brandon Adams, and I think that's gonna be a good fight. And I like Brandon Adams in this fight. The winner is a mandatory for Bachram and Kelly, so I'm with that. You know what I'm saying? Let's get it. That's a good opportunity for Brandon Adams too. Nikita Zoo is gonna fight Michael Zarafa. That's January 16th. Bakari Samaki, I like him. He's number one in the WBC. He's gonna face. Damn, I forgot the kid's name. The kid from Algeria, the southpaw. They got Tim Zoo back at number 9. Don't do it, Tim. Don't do it. But they got him at number 9. Um, let me see. You have Giovanni Santillon fighting on the January 31st on Xander's undercard. So he might be a potential opponent for Xander down the line. Ben Mahoney, I seen him recently. He can fight Australian fighter. So yeah, 154. Look, the fight we want is Boots and Virgil, yo. Everything else I'm cool with, but I need that fight. You know what I'm saying? And as you guys can see, all the champions is busy. So those guys are the two best. Let's see them fight next. You know what I'm saying? I think that should be it. He said Josh can't take a punch. He can outbox him though. I can see that outboxing him. I love to see Brandon level up. I like him too. He easy to root for. He said he want Virgil. I really like Brandon Adams. I wish Brian Norman could work with him. Man, sure. I mean, those guys can work side by side and get some of those tricks from him. I think once he gets some real competition, he's in trouble. That Rojas kid, tall as hell. Yeah, we ain't seen much from him, right? He been out the loop. All right, welterweight. We got Lewis Crocker. He's the IBF champion. So look, I know the Devin Haney shit came up, but I can't. I think that kind of distracted a lot of boxing fans on what was really real. I always heard the three names for him would be in this order too: Connor Walker, Harlem Eubank, and Jack Calderon. You know what I'm saying? And we got a new entry, Connor Walker. He came in number 12. That's a rematch. That's a good fight. That first fight could have went to Connor Walker. Lewis Crocker supposed to come back April the 11th. You know what I'm saying? Making his hometown defense in Belfast. So I think it's gonna be either Connor Walker or Harlem Eubank, not Jack Calderon, because I don't think the money looking right. You know what I'm saying? It won't never gonna be Devin Haney. It was just a nice little publicity and all that shit. But real talk, nobody's gonna give away their champion and have them lose their value for a guy that's not committed. That's like common sense. So maybe down the line that'll work. But Crocker will probably defend against one of those UK guys. Leon Paro, now he's in the driver's seat as the mandatory because Patty Donovan pulled out, and they were supposed to fight January the 16th. Hopefully, Leon Paro will get a late replacement. I haven't heard nothing, but maybe we'll hear something soon because he fight next week. So he'll probably be the mandatory, like right, because he already won an eliminator for number two. So and his team, they don't mess around. He got the same team as Tim Zoo, so they'll probably push him. So Pat Dunn, he's out. He said he's sick. I don't know the details. Also, Lewis Crocker got a new trainer too. So let's see who. Well, we know who he got. He got this. He got the guy that trains all the Irish fighters. I forget his name, but I've seen him before. We got solid contenders. Ricardo Salas. That's the kid who knocked out Roman Villa. He knocked him out quicker than Boost did. Right after the Boost fight. So maybe Boost got put some wear and tear on him. You got Karen up in there. He's still around. Conor Ben is the WBC route. Curiel is going to fight Rocha next week. That's a good fight. Y'all tap in with that. Rohan Polanco is fighting at the end of the month on Xander's undercard. You got Tiger Johnson, number 11. I want to see Tiger and Rohan Polanco. I'll take that. Elvis Rodriguez is a new entry at number 13. Y'all tap in now. Elvis Rodriguez. That sounds like a top-ranked in-house fight. Delonte Johnson, Tiger Johnson versus Elvis Rodriguez. I can see that. And then Harlem Eubank is number 15. He might get the Lewis Crocker fight. So interesting stuff. I actually like welterweight. Y'all gotta excuse me. I've been going against the grain. Everybody say welterweight is trash. I say it's nice. You know what I'm saying? They say heavyweight is trash. I think it's dope. Because I like parody. You know what I'm saying? I love March Madness. I love NFL playoff football because you don't know what's gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? Same thing with with anything, any parody. I like it, and I think one of these guys can emerge as the top dog. And we don't know who's gonna emerge yet. So let's see. Oh, that's yeah. I think that's it though. That's a good ass fight though. You know what I'm saying? That fight good. Those guys were stumping. Yeah, I want Tiger versus Rohan. Yeah, you see Elvis Rodriguez slipped in at 147, so maybe he get in that mix too. I like Tiger Johnson. Yeah, he looked real good his last fight, didn't he? I like welterweight too, cruiserweight too. Paro would be the mandatory. Would be Mr. Mandatory. Yeah, for sure he will. His team won't put him in that position. 140, we got Richardson Hitchens, IBF champion. His stock is down. The fans ain't fucking with him right now. They calling him a duck. I don't really necessarily think that, but it is what it is. Um, the biggest thing at 140 that I'm disappointed in, I don't see Frank Martin. Now, for all the duck and everything you calling Hitchens, I'm disappointed. I don't see Frank Martin in this. I'm disappointed because his promoter Earl Spence said he want that Hitchens fight. So what you do when you want that fight, you'll put yourself in that position or put your guy in that position. And we all know the IBF is the strictest sanctioning body, and they ain't fucking around. Look, if I can recall, I don't even think Frank Martin ranked in the WBA. If I can remember right, I don't remember seeing him, and he won a WBA regional title. So what they really doing for him? Like all these call outs is cool, it's good for social media back and forth. But then take it a step further. Let's see what the teams are doing. And that tells you they really want to fight. Prime example, we got Adam Azim. He's number 5. He about to fight a new entry, Gustavo Limos. What Limos do to get this ranking? He ain't do really nothing to get the ranking. You know what I'm saying? We seen that shit he did with Keyshawn. He had one comeback fight where he looked so. Now he got the Adam Azam fight. Now guess what? Adam Azam versus Gustavo Limos is for the number 2 eliminator. You know what I'm saying? They fight January 31st. So if you was to tell me who want to fight more between Adam Azam, Team Adam Azam, and Team Frank Martin, I'm gonna go with Team Adam Azam because their team is putting them in position, bro. We know how this game is. If you got to pay to play, you pay to play. Everybody else been doing it. You know what I'm saying? So all these call outs and this shit right here, bro, don't get hypnotized by that. Pay attention to what the team is doing. Tap into these rankings. That shit would tell you a lot, bro. You trying to tell me Earl Spence and PBC don't have enough clout to put one of their fighters in position or get them ranked? You trying to tell me that? And then don't tell me because he beat Ransom. Ransom is 57 years old. A lot of these guys in these rankings, if they beat Ransom, would be their best win. You know what I'm saying? It's not Frank Martin's best win. His best win is Michelle Rivera. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just saying, bro, like we be so quick to call these guys dugs and cloud chasing and shit. But look, it's how good your team is. Is his team? Is Frank Martin's team taking him down that route? I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Because we can put the blame on the champion. You can put the blame on the champion, but also too, if the champion is ducking you, don't you supposed to corner him in? Like, all right, fuck that. We're gonna get ranked. You trying to tell me they can't get Frank Martin ranked in the top 10? Come on now. I've been covering this shit for years and years. I seen motherfuckers less than that getting ranked. Look at Gustavo Limos. He's not even with Top Rank no more. Look, he got ranked because he's about to fight Adam Azim in an eliminator for the vacant number 2 spot. So I'm just saying, bro, before we start crowning these guys ducks and this, that, and the third, look at it from both sides, bro. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I'm disappointed in that because I want that fight because I felt like Frank is hot right now because he come out that knockout loss after what happened with Tank, and his shit was buzzing. His knockout win went viral, and that's the best time to fight the guy when they popping. You know what I'm saying? And look, I can't blame Hitchens. I can't blame Hitchens for Frank's team not put him least in the rankings. That way, look, the pressure would be on Frank. The pressure would be on Hitchens. Imagine we already call him all types of ducks, the Brooklyn Duck, all types of shit. Duck Wing Duck. We going crazy on Hitchens. But now he got a little he skated out the back door a little bit because Hitchens' team can't get him ranked. You know what I'm saying? It's Frank Martin's team. I just have to put that out there because we be calling these guys ducks and we don't do our due diligence. You know what I'm saying? We don't talk about like the whole side of it. It just that's how you know who you really fuck with. You feel me? He said Connor got all the momentum on his side, man. He had a great 2025 though. He had a good 2025. Frank is coming. Hitchens said last night he'll take the fight. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Maybe he coming next month. Maybe they're gonna keep Twitter beefing for another month until they put him in the rankings. All right, let me know. I'll be here when they put him in. You know what I'm saying? He's just doing bad business. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, he should just chill because he's not in a position to kind of even make fights or send offers like that. He still fuck around be on the undercard. I'm just saying, you heard it here first. He fuck around be on somebody's undercard in Arizona. I'm just saying. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, he ain't in the position where he can like be up here sabotaging his own fights and all pricing himself. You know what I'm saying? He gonna fuck around and be left out in the cold. You know what I'm saying? Who else there for Frank? Pitbull. Um, Nope, he probably won't get that. He ain't gonna get that one. Uh, at 140 on PBC side, shoot, I gotta think. I don't know, bro. It ain't really too much over there on the PBC side. Unless you go to one shit. Not at 140. He said nothing at all. I like to see Frank. I mean, that'd be cool, but I don't know if he's in line to get that. Azam about the man, he might mess around and stop him. Um, Martin versus Playo also. That was a good fight. That would be, oh you okay. Oh you talking about I thought you talking about Sandor Martin. Okay, yeah. Frank Martin and Playo. Yeah, that's a good fight. Playo is in position for the winner of Dawson Smith and Matisse, so that might not be realistic next. But I'm with that. Then what happened? Yeah, they took him out. They took him out. Yeah. But he gonna fight January the 30th. Sandor is back. He just had a fight. Yeah, I like that too. I'm with that. I'm with all that. Like I said on TWT. What's TWT? Uh, More than the IBF means a fight. Yeah, yeah, of course. Yeah, yeah, that's what it is. Tito always talking trash. Frank and Tito. Yeah, let's get it. I'm with that. He said, "How many southpaws have Hitchens face? Zapata, Paro, there's one more. Damn, Bowser. Those are three off the top that I remember. Zapata, Jose Zapata, John Bowser, and Leon Paro. Yeah, I forgot about Mercado. Yeah, I'm gonna speak on him. It's a Frank Martin said that's a good fight. No, that's a good fight. I'm with that. Look, 140 got some good fighters. Landolfo Delgado is a mandatory. Hitchens beat him easy. That might be the fight Hitchens take next. Uh, just to get it out the way. The Duarte, he's a good fighter too. The Duarte and Hitchens is a good style matchup too because the Duarte is going to press the action. Number 4, Arthur Belasadov, he's a good fighter. He fights February the 5th in Canada. I spoke on Azam versus Lemos. Tito Mercado, that's a nice little push right there. I think he's a real good fighter. He's tough. He's gonna be tough to beat. Long ranger that can punch with both hands. I like him. You know what I'm saying? Gabriel Valenzuela, he's a good fighter. He should have beat Delgado. Kenny Sams, good fighter. John Manu, he fights in Australia. He's all right. Jermaine Ortiz is gonna face Keyshawn. We're looking forward to that. Sean McComb, listen, bro, you gotta put some spec on his name. I mean, he did some good stuff. We know he beat Barbosa, didn't get the win. He beat the Crocker guy, undefeated, and then he just beat who he just beat, yo? Oh, he just beat Hugo Metcalf. That was easy money for him. Pierce O'Leary is facing Mark Chamberlain. That's a good fight. That's March the 14th. There's a lot of good fights popping. So yeah, man. All I'm saying though, I know motherfuckers don't like certain fighters and you gotta push a narrative, but I don't think it's all the guy ducking though. You know what I'm saying? You gotta look at the other side too. Um John Bowser. Yeah. Um he watched them, so never mind. The theory don't work. Yo, he do well against some southpaws. And then look, you remember my man Z Pacino. You remember Cambosis was trying to fight southpaw against him too. Hitchens versus Mad Street intro. I don't know if he's gonna do that. He said good fight. I mean, it's a good fight in theory, but I don't know if Hitchens will do that. If he asking for a 2.5, you know what I'm saying? He probably ain't gonna do that type of fight. Man, I have no idea. They may go a different direction, maybe. I don't know because look, I think if they still gonna do that card, they gotta announce it this week. No, next week. This week or next week. Maybe during the fight week of Rocha and Courier. Get us off and get Rolly there. Shoot, we never know. We never know. What is the WA instrument regular? I don't know about that. Cause look though, this think about it like this though, $150. I feel you will to dealing with these matchups, but think about this. If Hitchens lose his IBF title, he loses value, bro. His only value, Hitchens is not a big name. He's not a big commodity. He talks shit, but he don't put butts in seats. So if he vacate his IBF title and go fight for an interim title, he can't sell out what 12,000 in Philly like Boost did. You know what I'm saying? Boost gave up his titles, but he still did 10K against my man Lima. Hitchens can't do that. He can't even fill up 5K in the theater at the MSG. So him vacate his IBF title to go fight for a WBA interim title at welterweight, he loses his value. Then he's back in line because if we go fight for a WBA title, don't he want the full title? That shit at the top is so disorganized. It's crazy. Rolly, Gearsoft, it's crazy. So I don't know if that makes sense. If he'll lose his value, bro. You know what I'm saying? He's not like a big Dane where he can just vacate and go do this. You know what I'm saying? Oh no, you good. Phyllis Nunez in the building. What's good? He said late night. Yes, sir, bro. He said go do Riyadh. I mean, shoot, maybe if they want him, I don't know if they even want him over there. He might have wore out his welcome. I don't know. And he haven't fought. I'm not sure. I know Gearsoft is the man in that shot now. Yeah, it's either Gearsoft or Rolly gonna get stripped. That's gonna be coming up pretty soon too. They're gonna make a decision. 135, we got Raymond Tyler. He's gonna defend his IBF title against Andy Cruz, January 24th. That's a good fight. It's been quiet. Nobody really been talking about it, but that's a good one. You know what I'm saying? Looking forward to that. They fighting in Vegas. Floyd Schofield is number 3, but I don't think he's going this route. He's hoping and praying that Tank vacates the WBA. That way he can fight for that because he's number 1 over there. Mark Masayo is fighting. He'll probably be on the Barrios and Ryan Garcia card. He's fighting a WBC eliminator against Michael Magnisi. So that's Mark Masayo. He's gonna fight February 21st. Lucas Body, Albert Bell. They should fight. They should fight an eliminator. You know what I'm saying? MVP. Abel Sanchez. He's pretty solid. Joe Cordina is number 1 for Abdullah Mason. They may make that fight. Josh Pally is fighting on the Bachman card. Bachman and Kelly. I seen that. They just announced that. Diego Torres, number 13. Y'all tap in. Got a little gem for you guys if you don't know. Diego Torres, he's number 13 here, but I'm not sure how long he's going to keep that ranking. He's going to fight on the Zuffa Boxing Show, maybe the 30th. He lost to Raymond Tyler. Raymond Tyler stopped him, and that's his only loss. So Diego Torres from Mexico, he's working with Zuffa Boxing in his next fight. Usmanov is a new entry. Justin Paldo is a new entry. I like Paldo. He can fight. I think Edwin De Los Santos is dark horse at 35. He's talented. Can he make 35? You think he can make 35 now? I don't know. I know he made it against Keyshawn. He should be good. I think, yeah, he probably need to stay more active too. He only had 1 round in 2 years. He needs some more activity. Let's get him back. I like Del Santos too. I like to see floor versus body. That's a banger. Body can punch. He can punch. I got more Tyler in that fight. Yep. Justin is my guy. I like more Tyler against Cruz. I think it's gonna be competitive, but I think more Tyler can pull it out. Because Vegas like unless Andy Cruz is all class him and just way too fast for him. Vegas like fighters that come forward and kind of being their aggressor. And Andy Cruz gotta be careful in that fight because Tyler can punch with both hands. He probably got the speed and the boxing skill advantage, but I don't think he want to be a stranger. And Bozy teaches guys to fight. He wants them to be active and be aggressive. I think he can pick his spots. You know what I'm saying? And if he take his time and kind of fight when he want to fight, then he probably could win that fight for sure. But I think more Tyler can pull it off. I want to see H2O back in the mix. Oh, he's with Misfits. Yeah, yo, let's see. And more Tyler can time him. Yeah, that's a good point. That's a good point. Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, I think that's a good one because Andy Cruz in and out. He got good defense too. Yeah, let's see. We'll get a chance in a couple of weeks. 130. We got Sugar Nunez, IBF champion. He's gonna unify with Emmanuel Navarrete. That's February 28th. We haven't heard much from that undercard. Hopefully, we get something soon. But that's a good fight right there. That's gonna man. That's an early candidate for fight of the year, given their two styles. It should be fun. So they don't have a mandatory. This was Ray Four. I think this is Ray Four's best opportunity to get a world title, if that's what he want to do. Fight Zorbek for the number one position, and then he'll definitely get an opportunity. But I'm not sure. I see Ray Ford out there with Shakur training, so that tells me maybe he got something coming up. I'm not sure. Yeah, that's gonna be boy. That's gonna be fun, bro. Slide counter. That's gonna be fun. I'm ready for that. Luis Alberto Lopez trying to get back in the mix. Look, I won't be surprised he get an eliminator and be number one. I won't be surprised. Look at Mauricio Lara. I thought he tested positive. Roasted Barney Smith. He's with Queensbury. He's solid. Yo, we have a new entry, Roasted Consial. That's interesting. We haven't seen Roasted in a long time. Now he come in at number 10. So y'all stay tuned. I'm just saying. Michael Magnesi, number 13. He's fighting Mark Masayo, like I mentioned. WBC Eliminator. Ryan Gardner is a good fighter with Queensbury. Liam Wilson is fighting next week on that Zarafa and Nikita Zoo card. So yeah, good stuff. Yeah, they got him back in the mix. I seen him on Pro Box. He was with his I don't know if that's his nephew or somebody, but Herbert Consial who fought on Pro Box. I seen Robeson in the corner. So I was trying to figure out how they related for sure. Featherweight, we got Angelo Leo, IBF champion. He's gonna make a mandatory defense against Rais Salim. That's a good fight too. Rais Salim just went to Japan and beat that young fighter and Nakano. So he got like one more shot, you know what I'm saying, to face Leo. That's gonna be fun. Leo was supposed to fight February 21st in New Mexico, but he pulled out to go fight his mandatory. So I'm with that. So that means maybe that's clearing a path for him to get the mandatory out of the way and then go to a unification because featherweight needs a unification because the best guys got the belts pretty much. WBA, you got Nick Ball. He about to fight Brandon Figueroa. Should be a good fight. We got Rafael Espinoza, WBO. He's just waiting in the wings. It should be Leo versus Espinoza. Then Shushu fighting for the vacant WBC against Carlos Castro. So we have an opportunity for one of these guys at 126 to solidify themselves as the best, especially with Monster anyway about to come 126. If he beats Junto Nakatani and can't get the bam fight right after, then anyway probably coming up to 126. You know what I'm saying? To close off his career. So these guys is in a great spot. They're in a great spot. Um, yeah, he said. Yeah, I thought they said no relation. Oh, that's crazy. If no relation, that's crazy. Okay, that's crazy though. I could have sworn that's Big Unk right there. Yeah, he is WC. Yeah, he's fighting Ricardo Nunez. Yep, I'm tapped in. Yep, for sure. I ain't mention him because I ain't see him in the rankings, but yeah, for sure. Rais for a damn smart fight. Real good fight. I seen him too. He was on he fought on Pro Box, right? Is that him? Yeah, I seen him before. I thought anyway Nagatani May 3rd. Oh man, I know they fighting in May. I don't know how them dates work with Japan being ahead of us, but I'm pretty sure they fighting like the first week of May, from my understanding. And then here's another thing. This not a turkey card. That's what I heard. I don't know. Maybe I'm tripping. But this is something that Top Rank and the promoters in Japan is putting together. So we'll see. They normally be fighting on Tuesdays and shit. But it would make sense to fight prime time for the US. I don't know. I'm gonna get up for that shit, so it don't really matter to me. Um, look, Luis Nunez moved up a couple of spots. He beat Hector Sosa on that PBC card. He's pretty solid. No, he fought Pedro Todoran. Oh, he fought on his card. Okay, okay. I'm thinking about the 160 kid. My bus. I'm thinking about the 160. And don't they have a guy at 160 that he's trained with Coach Bobby? Oh, maybe 54. You know what I'm talking about. My bad. I gotta tap in. But yeah, he nice though. I know the one who fired on Pro Box. I seen him. He nice. Leonard. Okay, I gotta tap in with him. Yo, Jack Turner is number 14, but I think that may be a misprint because he fights at 115. He said Mr. Honda. Okay, Mr. Honda. Yeah, Mr. Honda. Yeah, bro. Mr. Honda make them deals. He been doing this for a long time. Um, Let me see. One more. It's one more. Oh, Lim Davies. Lim Davies is he got a big fight coming up too. He gonna fight Zach Miller on the 24th on the Moses Atama card. So y'all look out for him. He's pretty good. Yes, sir. I got this some homework. I appreciate it, bro. Yeah, that's the dude. That dude nice right there. Don't blink when you see his name. Don't blink. You gotta get there early too. Cause he be sleeping shit on Pro Box. 122, we got anyway. He did, of course, he's undisputed. He's the only undisputed male champion right now. He's gonna face John Two in May, so they just, that's a long time from them. I guess they just fought, so I guess they'll officially announce it. Probably like maybe the end of February. They officially announce it. I don't know. Mikado is facing Nishida. That's coming up pretty soon. I think February 15th. Nishida is a former world champion at 118. So he trying to get in the mix and become the mandatory. So yeah. Mikado is solid. Marlon Sapalas is up there. Sam Goodman, he can get back in the mix. Shabazz Masu. Let's see what Match will do for him. Because I like him too. He's solid. Carl James Martin up in there. MJ, I don't know what MJ gonna do. Gerald Caja, Sebastian Hernandez. Sebastian Hernandez stock went up after the Jantu fight. So he'll be in position for another good fight. For sure. 118. So we got a new champion, Jose Salas, Southpaw. Yo, he looked good that fight against a South African fighter. I won't really crazy about the stoppage, but he dominated that fight, so I'm with it. Let's see what they got for him. Cardenas versus Casemiro will be interesting. Cardenas versus anybody, I'll take it. Cardenas versus Sebastian Hernandez, Picasso, any one of them. I like Cardenas, bro. But yeah, he'll probably stop Casemiro right now. This version of Casemiro, he might stop him. Um, Kenneth Lover, he close to a shot. Let's get it. Um, Masuda, he's pretty solid. Andrew Kane is fighting the WBC eliminator. And he's fighting on the Nick Ball and Figueroa undercard. Andrew Kane. That's Kasui. That's a pro box fighter. And Angeletti. My man been talking about them fighting. My man Anthony, he said they should fight. I agree. They should fight. Kazuka Aoka is number 8, but he going down the WBA route. Or maybe Kazuka get that WBC title fight. Yeah. Raymar Gaballo, I haven't heard much from him. Diego Higa, I thought he was retired, but he's still in the mix. So yeah, bro, 118. It's a transitional weight class because John Two moved up. He left the titles vacant. So these guys are trying to, claim the top spot. You got some good fights that can happen as well. You know what I'm saying? Cardenas is about to be that guy. Yeah, bro. I think he's helping Brandon Figueroa get him ready for Nick Ball. That's great sparring. I wish I could see that. 115 with Barlo Garcia, so he missed out on his opportunity to defend against Kenshiro Tajiri. late, on that card, on the anyway card. So let's see what Garcia what happens next because he has a mandatory, Andrew Maloney. I seen Kishiro is petitioning to get his opportunity at the IBF title. I don't know how that's gonna work with Maloney being ahead of him. Garcia got the last belt in 115 for Bam to become undisputed. That's probably unlikely. So I don't know. We'll see. The IBF will probably order something pretty soon. I can see them ordering Andrew Maloney and Garcia pretty soon. Which, if that fight happens, it's probably a cheap ass fight. I don't know who's gonna pay for it. Maybe No Limit. I don't even know if he's with No Limit. I don't know. Oh, okay, Eliminator. Okay, Scooby probably gonna stop him. Hyga fight he had earlier this year was very good. I forgot the guy. He fought shit Antonio Vargas. That was a good fight. They basically traded knockdowns, right? He dropped Vargas early, and Vargas dropped him late. Yeah, bro, that was a good fight, bro. Yeah, like no, I know what you meant. I know what you said last year, but I know what you meant. I know what you meant. He just moved up and demanded shit, shipped and sent. Yeah, right. He trying to get he trying to get them to order that shit. That's crazy. Nah, I know what you meant, bro. You good? You good? Um, the IBF they ordered, or did they order this fight? No, the WBC. Ricardo Maclick. I can't pronounce his last name, but that guy can fight. I like him. He got dropped against Pirates and came back and won outboxing. So yeah, man, 115. That's another division where these guys need to get in position because Bam, more than likely, he's going to vacate his 3 titles sometime this year. Man, if they can get it, I mean, if they can get it, Andrew Maloney is that biggest hurdle for that undisputed. I don't think Kenshiro is. It's Andrew Maloney. And his team talking like they ain't trying to step aside. So we'll see. My man Yabuki, that's one of my favorite fighters right now. Today's boxing. Masamichi Yabuki, he like that, yo. Go check him out on YouTube if you haven't. If you haven't, I know he got like 3 losses, yo, but don't hold it against him. This dude can fight. He's a 2 division world champion. He's the first one to beat Kenshiro. He slept him, but he came back and lost in the rematch. So, but he's on fire right now. He just defended his title against Felix Alvarado, the IBF mandatory. And Alvarado, he ain't never been stopped. And my man Yabuki was putting hands on him, and he ended up stopping him late. It was yeah, bro. Let's see. I want to see him in big fights. Like, I would love for him to get the opportunity. I would love for him to get the opportunity at that 3 belt unification against Sandoval. That'd be a great fight. Even Oscar Waga for the WBO. That unification is dope. I'm with all that. So yeah, Yabuki, that's my guy. 108. Oscar Valdez is a warrior and a unification battle. Oscar Valdez. Yo, Simstry is the is the IBF champion. My bunch. Y'all know I'll be on boxing all day. He has a mandatory, Sergio Mendoza. This kid, that young kid, he can fight. He got a high knockout ratio, southpaw. So whenever they fight, I think we might get a new champion. I don't know. Simstry's only loss was to Yabuki, but I don't know. I think Mendoza may be too much for him. I see we got a new entry down at number 15, Terry Washington. He fights out of Southern California. Tall, rangy guy. He was a co-main event for that card they had for Manny Pacquiao's son. He's pretty good, pretty solid. And you don't normally see a lot of black fighters at this low weight class. He can fight. He tall too. So hopefully he gets something popping. He's with DMG Boxing. They just signed Brandon Adams. He with them too. Let me see. Eric Badilio. So the WBC ordered Eric Badilio versus CP Freshmart. So those guys in negotiations. So let's see. So yeah, 108, man. Let's get it cracking, yo. I like these. Like I always say when we get down here, we gotta get unifications for these small weight classes so they can get some notoriety. Pedro Tolerant is the IBF champion, 105. We need the Oscar. We need that Oscar fight. We need it though. Oscar Collazo. We need that fight. I don't care when they do it. They gotta do it next. My man Anthony, he tapped in with the Filipino boxing scene. If y'all don't know, he real tapped in, and he told us that Pedro is in the U.S. So you know what I'm saying. When Filipino fighters come over here early or whenever, no, they ain't over here to be playing around and shit, bro. They in training camp or they about to go to training camp. So you know what I'm saying. They don't just come over here just for vacation, just to go sightsee. They about to put in some work. So they hopefully Golden Boy get it together. I know Oscar Lazo just signed like a management deal with Bad Bunny. I hope that lead to big fights. I don't know what it actually means, but let's get it. You know what I'm saying? I want to see that fight. Yeah, Maloney don't want. Nah, he ain't stepping aside. Can Shiro Maloney? Shoot, do it. Let's do it. Maloney can go to Mexico, man. Let's do it. Yabuki is having a hard time. Shoot, he might go to one. Let him go to 115 and get that belt. Honestly, at 115, the best fight for Bam might be Yabuki while you playing, and he coming up. Shit, I love to see that fight. WBC will start ordering eliminator soon. Sim Street, Cordova. Yeah, that's man. That might be it for Sim Street. So yeah, that's what it is, man. With the IBF, y'all know the IBF is the strictest sanctioned body. They're gonna stick to their rules. They're gonna follow their rules. So that's why I was talking about that Frank Martin shit. I felt like I don't know. He should at least be ranked, bro. I don't know what's going on. They going a different route, but that right there, I'm gonna go back to that shit because that shit kind of I was disappointed because when I seen the rankings came out, I didn't even look at none of the. I went straight to 140. That was the one I was looking out for the most. But this is what we get caught up as boxing fans when we hear these guys go back and forth and Hitch and say one thing. This another thing. This a telltale sign that the fight not gonna happen. Free game. When those guys start talking about, hey bro, pick up the phone, or have your team call my team, or hey, what happened, bro? I thought you ain't gonna sign the contract. That means the fight already done. It's done. We just seen a instance of this happen with Jermaine Ortiz and Hitchens. When they start going back and forth on Twitter, Keyshawn had already signed the contract. You know what I'm saying? So when they start asking, or when they start to say, "Man, whatever, I signed my part already. I'm waiting for you." That means that fight probably not gonna happen. Once they put that shit on social media or talk about it on Twitter, fight got ruined. So hopefully they can come back. You know what I'm saying? But so we get teased by this. You will see a report that say, "Oh shit, Hitchens versus excuse me, Hitchens versus Frank Martin, February 21st on the Barrios and Ryan Garcia card." You know what I'm saying? It don't make sense because Hitchens is with Matchroom. You know what I'm saying? Hitchens, that card right there is a PBC and Golden Boy card. So that right there was a red flag. And then not seeing Frank Martin in the rankings, that's the biggest red flag. So that's why I just charge boxing fans, bro. I get it. We see these videos and we see these whatever, bro. Do your own research. I'm telling you, that shit gonna save you a lot of time. Don't hold it against the content creator. Don't call them a liar or cap or whatever. Fake news. No, bro. Let them do what they do. Do your research. I'm telling you. I'm telling you, bro. That shit gonna save your ass a lot of time and pointing the finger. You can say, you know what? As a boxer, like a lot of us, we can't call each other casual fans, and we got our own channel where we go to all these boxing channels and we watch boxing enough. We ain't casual, so we know what's going on per se. Maybe not more than the next, but we know what's going on. We can put two and two together. That's a Matchroom. That's not Matchroom. Not even a part of that event. I think Matchroom got a card that day. They got Lee Wood and Josh Warrington. Eddie probably be over there. You know what I'm saying? Coming from Saudi the week before. He gonna go do his own card. So y'all trying to tell me Hitchens just re-signed with Matchroom, and he gonna fight on the undercard of a Golden Boy card, Golden Boy and PBC. Come on, man. I don't even blame the content creator no more. I don't blame them no more. I'm blaming the fans that follow and repeat that shit. It's on y'all now. You know what I'm saying? They gonna do what they do. They gonna keep running up the views and shit. But if you guys gonna keep going and doing what y'all do and reporting on it like it's fact without doing your research, then it's on y'all. I'm just giving out some advice. You know what I'm saying? Don't blame them. Don't be blaming them, yo. We just waiting on Collazo. He want Jerusalem. That's not gonna happen next. He don't want to fight in Puerto Rico. He said he and Jermaine. Yeah, Jermaine Ortiz. Yeah. They claim they had signed though. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. See, I think some wires did get crossed for sure, but I know the way they do business with Turkey and them guys, they don't really know what the other guys doing. So it's like he'll ask, you know. So I think we heard this before. He don't really like have those guys negotiate. They negotiate with Turkey. You know what I'm saying? Or Ring Magazine, whatever. They don't negotiate. Like Team Hitchens is not negotiating with Team Ortiz. They're negotiating with Turkey. So Turkey is saying, "How much you want? I'm just throwing out a number. I want 1.7. Okay, all right, we can do that. How much y'all want? Oh, we want 1.7 too. What the fuck? You want 1.7 for what? So then they negotiate with him. So it's not like they actually. So that's why wires can get crossed where you don't know what this guy is, you know what I'm saying, what's happening. Like guys be getting deals and shit and they don't even know. And then they slid Keyshawn in there because um Keyshawn, I knew Keyshawn was gonna get something big because he was in that gym too. Like he was in some dog ass shape, you can tell. But they slid him in. He's a Ring Magazine ambassador. He signed a contract with them, so they gonna do something with him coming up. So I don't know, man. The wires got crossed. Shit didn't work. We on to the next. I actually think Hitchens. I actually think Keyshawn and Jermaine is actually a better fight. He played all well to the card announcement. Yeah, I think he do a little bit too much. He said that his next fight is better than Jermaine Ortiz. So everybody thinking, oh, that should be Frank Martin. If it's anybody less than that, if it's Delgado, bro, he tripping. Because Delgado ain't better than Jermaine Ortiz, in my opinion. I don't believe nothing that ain't announced. I feel you, bro. I feel you. That's what put fans kind of hesitant to kind of believe what everybody be saying and what these reports be saying. So I'm with you. Yeah, I'm familiar with that, Devin and Brian. So yeah, see, it's kind of different, right? So they don't really know what each guy is actually doing. You know what I'm saying? I think Jermaine Keyshawn. Yeah, I think so too. Well, hold on. That heavyweight fight might be fun though. I don't know, Shaw. What you think? Big Baby Miller and Kingsley Abe. That's gonna be fun though. This may now I'm with you. I think it could be the Friday night, but man, as far as like entertainment, because I never heard of Big Baby running and moving and trying to use lateral movement. And Kingsley Abe, he punching. I don't know. That's what made that car real good, right? Like, cause those guys, the heavyweights, you don't know. Yeah, he can fight, and he's on a good run too. Like everybody remember Kingsley Abe from getting knocked out by Jerry Anderson in the bubble. That was like 5 years ago. This dude is on a hot streak right now. Yeah, and he ain't the most, but he actually been getting better though. But yeah, well, let's see. So yeah, that's what it is, man. Salute to everybody coming through the building. Hopefully, everybody got something about this though. Hungry hippos. Yeah, that's gonna be fun though. Both of them guys around about 300. Hopefully everybody got something out of this. You know, what I'm saying, covering these rankings. We'll be back pretty soon. We gotta talk about this fight week. We got two cards, one from Germany, one from Brooklyn. Matisse versus Dalton Smith. We gotta touch on that, and then Caballero. Caballero is like a lot of people's favorite heavyweight. You know what I'm saying? Rightfully so, because he's a real body snatcher. So we're gonna touch on that. So salute to everybody coming through the building. I appreciate the time, and I'm out.